as you know, the big banks have been very reluctant to touch Bitcoin because it's been, considered too speculative. Also, as you know, there's been just a march of news from competitors in the card space, in the payment space, and now in the trust space with Bodie Millen coming out yesterday. So I wanted to know what was going on at the biggest U.S. banks. And what we found out was actually, in our reporting, that there was a semi-annual town hall meeting last month where JP Morgan had to grapple with their demand from coming from their own traders, people who actually, are looking at the charts of Bitcoin, truly salivating at the volatility and the surge of this. And basically, JP Morgan had to acknowledge that this is something that, that they're getting a lot of demand from internally. And when I spoke to JP Morgan co-president Daniel Pinto, who, as you know, is the head of their corporate investment bank, the biggest investment bank in the world, he basically said to me, signaling some confidence that if and when this becomes a broadly used asset class, they will have no choice but to become involved. And specifically, he said, the demand from clients isn't there yet, but, quote, I am sure it will be at some point.
So I think the real question is a timing issue. And from a risk perspective, is there something that can happen between now and then that would scuttle that? If you believe this goes to the whole idea that Bitcoin is, quote, inevitable.
Yeah, look, I've been talking to Daniel Pinto for 3 or 4 years. Every year I'd ask him this question. And when I asked him this question about Bitcoin this year, I was really surprised at the difference in tone and his confidence that they would eventually get there in terms of their comfort level. And when I specifically have asked about regulation, I've heard different things from different executives, but specifically with Daniel Pinto, he said, look, the counterparties are on the one hand going to be our clients, our big institutional clients, already vetted, already cleared for KYC, AML. On the other hand, we would probably use exchanges that we are comfortable with, and he specifically cited Coinbase. So in terms of the regulation, issue, he didn't seem to think that it would be that big of a hurdle for them to get involved in Bitcoin trading.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.